This is part 2 of the PWI 2008 500 video, and this is the 500. I did everything else in another video. I forgot this takes up most of the issue. Randy Orton's number 1. Legend Killer becomes a legend. For shitting in bags. Let's see, the top 5 moments of the year. Path to number 1, where he's headed, why he's number 1. We got a big picture of him. Kurt Angle is number 2, and this is when Kurt Angle was in TNA. That's kind of surprising. 3 was Triple H. 4 was Samoa Joe. Was Samoa Joe? Yeah, I was saying Samoa Joe, but 2008 he was in. Yeah, he had it because he was in TNA Far Left, Texas. Edge is number 5. Okay. Taker at 6. He was slowing down by then. Michaels at 7. Okay. Nigel McGuinness at 8. The Ring of Honor heavyweight champion for part of the time. John Cena at number 9. Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, everybody knows Nakamura now. This was, 10 years ago, basically. He'd only been ranked in 2 previous PWI 500s at 130 in 2006, 96, and 2007. And he's already, he's 6 years in the business. 6'2", really? There is no way he is 6'2". No. Okay, now I gotta beat Nakamura. See? It's a weird quirk of mine. I like seeing how much they fudge these wrestlers' heights because I know exactly how tall I am. I'm 6'3", so I could tell usually saying by the guys, okay, there's one guy, I'm not going to say his name, who works. He's worked all over. He's mostly known for Louisiana now, but he's worked all over. He worked at XPW one time. He claims to be, I've seen posters claiming him to be 6'3", and I'm 6'3", and I'm a good, with my boots on, I'm probably 4 inches taller than him, but he had his boots on too, so, and my boots actually have, thick soles, not wrestling boots. All right, top 5 moments of the year for Nakamura. Defeated Kurt Angle by submission in February at the Sumo Hall in Tokyo to unify the IWGP Heavyweight and IWGP Third Belt titles. Won the IWGP Heavyweight title from Hiroshi Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom 2 at the Tokyo Dome in January for 27,000 fans. Wow. Okay. Again, defeated his closest rival Tanahashi in a spectacular defense at Korakuen Hall in March. Excelled as the leader of his faction Rise, raising war against New Japan, Sekigun, Great Bash Shield, GBH, and Legend. Made his first trip to TNA Wrestling in January to set up his battle with Angle, destroying Elix Skipper in 4 minutes. And his eye ain't so popped out. And I'll be honest, what I've seen in Nakamura in WWE, it's not. If you've never seen it before, I can see where he's amazing. I got a friend of mine who had never seen Nakamura before he came to WWE, never even saw him in NXT. And he's become like her number 3 favorite wrestler. And she's not usually into work rate kind of stuff, so it's kind of surprising. Okay, 11 is Morishima. 12, Ultimate Guerrero, one of my favorite wrestlers. 13, Bryan Danielson. So before he became Daniel Bryan, of course. Christian is 14, and he was in TNA back then. Batista is 15. Kenji Muto, 16. Mystico, this is the first first Sin Cara. Now he's back down in Mexico with somebody else. Jeff Hardy, it's 18. Maggie, please be quiet, baby. Ric Flair is 19. Tanahashi is 20. AJ Styles, 21. When he's still in TNA. Perry Aguirre Jr., RIP if I remember right, 22. MVP is 23. This is where he kind of got blackballed from a lot of places. CM Punk's 24. Was he in? Yeah, he's in ECW now. Tomko is 25. Remember when Tomko was actually a big deal? Messias, that is Messias. Yeah, okay. He's Mil Motes in Lucha Underground now. Whoa, he's pretty high, too. 26. He's working Puerto Rico back there. Jay Lethal is 27. He's in TNA, I'm pretty sure. Dr. Wagner Jr., one of my other favorites. Chris Jericho. Kensuke Sasaki. Austin Aries. Cybernetico Kane. Booker T. And these little check mark by names, I don't know what that's from. I think I got this secondhand. I might not have. I don't remember. Where I actually got the King Kennedy. I think he's pretty much retired now. Chavo Guerrero Jr. Umaga, he's dead. Bobby Roode, WWE now. Suwama. JBL, fucking sucks. Matt Hardy, completely reinvented himself since then. James Storm, not retired, but not working anywhere big. He just worked about a month ago, the Russell Birmingham show against... That was somebody big, too. It was like a former TNA guy or former WWE guy. Might have been like Chase Stevens. John Morrison, John Hennigan, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact, Johnny Ultra, Boone the Bounty Hunter. Adam Pearce, NWA champion at the time. Now he's a trainer down in the Performance Center. Kaz, oh, that's not Adam Pearce, sorry. That's Kaz. Kaz is SoCal Uncensored, Ring of Honor. Damn good wrestler. SEMA. Suzuki at 47. How long Suzuki? 21 years already. God damn. P.D. Williams, who's in TNA still. He left and came back. Jay Briscoe. Mark Briscoe. Jay's ready to hire than Mark. Hey, and this is something you wouldn't have saw back in the day in PWI. Because I read PWI, one thing real quick. I was reading PWI when they first started the 500. I remember that being a big deal when that shit came out. Give me a sec, I gotta get a drink. Sorry about that. As I was saying, I remember when the first PWI came out, it was a big deal. Like, all of us wanted a copy. And I was in junior high, 8th or 9th grade, somewhere around there, maybe 10th. And it's still kind of a big deal on the indie scene because, like, there's a guy, Barry Wolf, damn good wrestler, was part of a tag team a long time ago called Whiskey Hangover Works. Mississippi, Louisiana, a little bit, Alabama, a lot. I think he might work some Tennessee and Arkansas. Really good wrestler, really nice guy. Find him on Facebook, Barry Wolf. Be easy to figure out which one he is. He's the only wrestler named Barry Wolf. He was the one-man wolf pack now he's the Free State of Jones because he was in the movie Free State of Jones. But what I'm getting to is, the first time I met him was in 2010, and he had been Mr. 500 in the PWI 500, so he wrestled as Mr. 500 Barry Wolf. Like, he was like, fuck it, I made the list. He was happy as hell about it. And I'm sure when we start getting down the bottom half, there might be a few of the guys I know from the Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, indie scene, Tennessee, indie scene popping up. All right, back to the list here. Big Show. Okay, pretty good placement. Claudio Castagnoli. This is Cesaro. And he'd already been wrestling 7 years, and he's at 52. And they list him at 6'5". I would think he's taller than that. Giant Bernard, who now works in the Performance Center. The Miz. Miz has really grown on me. Oh, I was talking about back in the day. That's what got me started on the PWI. Okay, back in the day, I've been reading PWI and the Weston, Abner Rags, whatever you want to call them, since the early 80s. Off and on, I started really getting hardcore into them about 84, and from 84 to about 94, 96, somewhere in there, I got every one of them that came out that I could find. The big three, the Wrestler, Inside Wrestling, PWI, I could find them every month. The fourth mag and the one that came out on the 5th week events, I couldn't always find those. But you never saw ads for the Pro Wrestling Torch Weekly. Dirt sheets, because they had their own by late 80s or 90s, which was just like PWI Weekly, so they were trying to sell that. But look, the Torch is advertising the PWI. All right, The Miz. Miz is really growing on me. Wasn't a huge fan of him. Now the dude is really entertaining. William Regal, sadly retired. Finley, pretty much retired. Yuji Nagata, don't know. Chris Hero is down in NXT again. Rey Mysterio Jr., I don't know on this. I'm hearing conflicting stuff. I'm hearing he's coming back to WWE. I'm heard he signed with the Aero Lucha group. Eric Young, he's in NXT. Rhino teaming with Heath Slater last I saw. Shelton Benjamin, he's back and teaming with Chad Gable. I had to think of his name. I always want to call him Rico Suave because that's what he looks like with the headband and the hair. Carlito, who Carlito's more known for acting now. Scott Steiner, that's not Scott Steiner, of course. That's Mark Henry. He just went in the Hall of Fame. Chuck Palumbo, who I ain't heard shit about in years. Damn, he's ranked fairly high. Homicide, or Verno, he's still wrestling. Chris Sabin, he's still teaming with Alex Shelley. And Alex Shelley, of course. Zarro's the luchador, been around forever. Hernandez, what was it? TNA, he was in LAX. He was in the first season of LU, and last I heard he's still working in the Indies, and he was with Trina Michaels, who's a valet and used to be a porn star. I don't know if she still is or not. I know she's mostly wrestling now. Dos Caras Jr., who is pretty sure that's Alberto Del Rio. I'm pretty sure he's Dos Caras Jr. For some reason, I'm blanking on that. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct it. Jimmy Jacobs. Look, Jimmy Jacobs does not look a bit different. This is 10 years ago. Was he still? I think he was still bad on drugs then. When was? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's when he was bad on drugs. I remember him talking about smoking crack and snorting coke with a midget in a hotel room. Orlando Colon. Is he Primo or Epico? I don't know. Kofi Kingston, New Day, of course. Alan Stone. Okay, he works down in Mexico. Brother Ray, that's a Bully Ray, Bubba Ray. Cody Rhodes, look at this. Cody Rhodes, he'd only been in the business 2 years. He's already at 79 now. He's one of the bigger names on the indie scene. Lance Cade, who I think might be dead. Sonjay Dutt, announcer and works behind the scenes at TNA. And so Russell's brother Devon, of course, Devon Dudley. Works behind the scenes at WWE. Great Khali, pretty much retired. Sting, pretty much retired. El Hijo del Santo, I don't know. I've not seen his name pop up in a while. I used to watch him. Kenta Kobashi, I'm pretty sure he's retired. Masawa, he's past Sally. Tyler Bate, this is Seth Rollins. He's only 3 years into his wrestling career. He's not listed last year. 6'1", 210 pounds. He looks taller than 6'1". He was Tyler Black back then. Iowa native, is one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions with fellow Age of the Fall faction member Jimmy Jacobs. Okay, that's right. I forgot they teamed up in the Ring of Honor. I know him as doing it for her Wrestle Society X, their emo team. Masato Tanaka, I love Tanaka. I think he's still wrestling. Marufuji, I don't know his name. Honestly, the only Japanese wrestling I see anymore is New Japan. I'll be honest, straight up honest. It's hard for me to watch most wrestling online. If there's a way I can take it from online and put it on something where I can watch it on my TV without having to hook a cord from my laptop to my TV, I'll do it. But I watch a lot of New Japan because I get it the Access channel. Santino Morelli, he's kind of retired. Hardcore fucking Holly. Yeah, I catch shit because I'm a huge Hardcore Holly fan. Everybody can just eat a fucking dick. I love Hardcore Holly. Dude he's a good wrestler. He was a jobber to the stars. He was enhancement talent. You know, he got him some title runs here and there, but he knew what to do. And all the bullshit people pile on him. Oh, he sandbagged Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar fucking lifted goddamn Big Show. You thinking Bob Holly's 235-pound ass, probably 240 maybe when Brock did that, think him sandbagging Brock would really mean shit? No. Like Holly says in his book, he's like, Brock was sick and I was slippery. He should have been hired in 92. Fuck that shit. Sorry. Kojima, I love Kojima. Kojima was one of those guys I'd heard about for years. I got exposed to him through MLW back in the day, the original run of MLW, the real MLW. There's been two. Ron the Truth Killings, of course, you know, R-Truth and WWE gonna have a job for life. I've been told by somebody that has worked with R-Truth in the music industry and knows him that R-Truth is just in real tight with the McMahons. He travels with them, like he travels on their plane and shit. So he's got a job forever. Curry Man, that's, you know, Christopher Daniels. Trevor Murdoch, good wrestler. I don't know what the fuck really happened to him. Kent, I think he's retired. Charlie Manson, I don't know. Elijah Burke, that's the Pope in TNA, was an announcer for a while. Kawada, retired, I'm pretty sure. Nick Densmore runs, what was it? Mid-America Promotions, MAP. Chessman, I think he's retired. Rod Strong, boring as hell to me. He's in NXT. Abyss, still in TNA. Mephisto, no idea. Festus is Luke Gallows. Really nice guy. Hella. 6'7". Okay, see, I would believe that. I would believe Festus is 6 foot. Luke Gallows is 6'7" because I've seen him in person and he's got quite a few inches on me. Davey Richards, he's pretty much retired. It looks like 5'6". Rocky Romero still out there wrestling. Atlantis still out there wrestling. El Condor, no idea. Brian Kendrick is in WWE. Negro Casas still wrestling. Halloween, yep. Tommy Dreamer, House of Hardcore, of course. Ray Bucanero, I'm pretty sure he still wrestles. Paul London, he wrestles in LU. Jerry Lynn has retired, sadly. Jerry Lynn was a great damn wrestler. I don't know how you say Wataru, and no idea who that even is. Jushin Liger still wrestles. Brent Albright, I don't know. Is he dead, maybe? I don't know. Blue Demon Jr. fucking sucked. Oh, God. He was NWA champion for a world champion for a while, and he was just not good. Sharp Boy, you don't hear shit about him, but I think he's still running a school. Hector Garza, still wrestling. Blitz, never heard. Jamie Noble, I think he's still in WWE working backstage. Matt Morgan, kind of retired. He came back for a short bit in TNA recently. Black Rain, that is Gold Dust. He's still wrestling, still good. Black Warrior. Okay, I have seen Black Warrior. Yeah, he's all right. It's been a while since I've seen him. I've seen him back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I watched a lot of Lucha in the late 90s, early 2000s because at the time, Galavision showed like an hour and a half of AAA, an hour and a half of fairly recent AAA, an hour and a half of fairly recent CMLL on Saturdays, and then like 3 to 4 months old, hour and a half of both of them on Sundays. And I tape both and watch them. Kevin Steen, Johnny Devine, good little wrestler who's still like killing it in Georgia. Paul Burchill, I ain't heard shit about him forever. Damn good wrestler. Kip James, that's Billy Gunn. Last time I saw him wrestle was that first New Japan US special, be honest. And he's deceptively tall because he's 6'4", which on the indies makes him really fucking tall. Sangre Aztec, Tekka Snitsky, no idea. Makabe, still in New Japan, still tough motherfucker. Eric Stevens, Choo Choo Eric Stevens. Hadn't heard about him in years. Masato Yoshino, no idea. Mr. Nebula, no. BG James, that's a Road Dogg. He is the writer for SmackDown now. Zack Ryder's still in WWE. He's only 4 years in the business. Kurt Hawkins, I think he's in WWE now. Juventud, name I haven't heard in forever. El Generico, that's of course, you know, Sami Zayn. Oh, I broke kayfabe, who gives a fuck? Jimmy Wang Yang, good wrestler. He's not wrestling anymore as far as I know. Jack Evans, just left Lucha Underground, probably sticking AAA. Damn good little spot machine. Mr. Aguilar, I don't know. Jesse, this was, this is Terry Gordy's son. He's out of wrestling. Joe Doring, he's still in All Japan. Vladimir Kozlov, retired pretty much. Lance Hoyt, teaming up with Davey Boy Smith Jr. as the Killer Elite Squad. Mike Knox, no clue. BJ Whitmer, he was in Ring of Honor last I saw him. Joey Matthews, he's now formerly known as Joey Matthews because, is that the right one? Yeah. Because WWE owns his name. Big Daddy V sadly has passed. Matter of fact, this is 2008. This is not too long before I met him. How? 6'10", 496 pounds. They're fudging his height just a little bit, but he was fucking tall. Jesus. I met him probably 6 to 8 months before he passed, if I'm remembering right. It was at a Power Slam production show in Liberty, Mississippi. They used to have a free outdoor show every year in Liberty during Liberty Heritage Days. The city paid for it, and they would, because they're having a lot of people there to help draw a crowd. They'd always get like a former WWE or TNA name or a big indie name. Well, one of the owners of Power Slam Productions wrestled against Viscera like one time on Heat. And when he worked for WWE as a ref, traveled with Viscera a little bit from my understanding. So what they did is they had the free show. After the show was over, they had a meet and greet in the library where you paid $5 to get in. And all the Power Slam wrestlers were there signing for free. And Viscera was there. And it was, if you bought something off of him, if you brought something, it was free signature. If you bought something, of course, he signed it for free. If you didn't buy anything and wanted a picture with him, he asked for $5. That ain't a big deal. I didn't mind paying it. I got a picture of me and this. And actually, it kind of surprised me because I found out he was only a couple years older than me because I said something. I was like, I told him how long I've been watching. He's like, you're making me feel old. And then that's when I realized, but really nice guy. And like I said, he's not 6'10", but he was at least 6'8", probably. Big motherfucker. Chono, Delirious booking Ring of Honor and wrestling here and there. Mike Quackenbush booking Chikara, wrestling here and there. Milano Collection, AT, no idea. Shannon Moore, another name I ain't heard in forever. Jimmy Ray, not Johnny Don. Jimmy Ray was killing in Georgia. That's what I'm thinking of. Relic. Necro Butcher, kind of retired as far as I know. Eddie Colon. No idea. Takayama, no idea. Deuce. Okay, I don't know what the fuck Deuce is up to. Matt Striker, is this the... Yeah, okay, he is announcing Lucha Underground wrestles for West Coast Wrestling Connection and other groups. Chicano, no idea. Mike DiBiase. Mike DiBiase's in the federal pen. He is the only member of the DiBiase family that I have not met because he's in the pen. Domino, there's Domino. I don't think he's wrestling anymore. I think he might be training. Steve Carino, he's working in the Performance Center as far as I know. Sean Spears, a name you don't hear about anymore. 6 years in, he's in Florida Championship Wrestling then. Worked in Ohio Valley. Marco Corleone, this is Mark Jindrak, right? He became huge down in Mexico. Like, doing really good for everything I hear. Brian Logan, don't know. Kanamura, no, I have no idea. Glenn Osborne. Nakakanashi, no, Shag Gaspard. Okay, yeah, Crime Time, no idea. Eric Perez, no idea. Rory Fox, no idea. Dragon Kid, no idea. Yano, still around, if that's the right Yano, still around New Japan. Joey Ryan, of course, Mr. Dick Flip. Charlie Haas. Charlie is still wrestling. He works out in Texas. I saw him a few years ago. JTG, yeah, he's the one. JTG is gone from WWE, but has wrote a couple of really good books. Kevin Nash, pretty much retired. Ted DiBiase Jr., he wrestles once or twice a year, usually for Pro Wrestling Ego out of the Jackson, Mississippi area. They do a show at this camp for disadvantaged kids, and Ted DiBiase's church group works with that camp, so Ted Jr. does a lot of shows there. Human Tornado wrestles off and on. Nick Nemeth. Nick Nemeth is Dolph Ziggler, if I remember right. Okay. Chris Harris, pretty much retired. I just listened to, go to the MLW Podcast Network and look for Why It Ended with Robbie E. He did a really good podcast with Chris Harris recently. Volador Jr. still wrestling. La Sombra, he's in NXT, if I'm right. Heath Miller. That's Heath Slater. Damn good wrestler. Super crazy. I haven't heard the name for it. Consequences Creed. That is Xavier Woods, who is best known for being part of New Day in the video of him and Paige and Brad Maddox. Rory McAllister, one of the Highlanders. I ain't seen him in forever. D.H. Smith, of Davey Boy Smith, part of the Killer Elite Squad with Lance Archer. And now, as of right now, when this is being recorded, right after WrestleMania, best known for throwing hot coffee in the face of Jake the Snake at WrestleCon this year. Robbie McAllister, another of the Highlanders. Ruckus. All I remember are Ruckus is I saw a lot of them in WSX. Pac, which is Neville, who is still under WWE contract, but hasn't, like, weird shit's going on. Nakajima, no idea. Jigsaw. Good wrestler, still in Chikara, as far as I know. Scott Lost. Don't even know who that is. Rob Echoes. Is that Robbie E? I'm thinking that might be Ricky Reyes. Okay, I think he is still around. Billy Bax, no idea. Tiger Mask 4, no idea. Matt Cross. That's Son of Havoc. Yeah, he's still around. El Sangrado, nope. Stevie Richards, really nice guy. He's still wrestling. Fujinami, no idea. L.A. Park, pretty sure he's around. Rikishi, I don't think Rikishi wrestles at all. Taguchi, no idea. Evan Bourne, yep, he's Matt Sydal in TNA. And I think TNA is about the only big place he works. Jay Bradley, no clue. Josh Prohibition, no idea. Otani, nope. Drew McIntyre in NXT, but injured right now. D'Lo Brown, pretty much retired. He looks skipper, no idea. Jake Hager. Okay, so since this got published, he went from being Jake Hager in Florida Championship Wrestling NXT to Jack Swagger, WWE World Champion or WWE Champion, one of the two. Back to being Jack Hager. Chris Masters in TNA, but just left. Damn good talent, really nice guy. I don't know what's going on there. Sean Davari. I think he's finally back in WWE. Sheamus O'Shaughnessy. 6 years in. No, not listed last year. 6'6", 280 pounds. Number 226. Okay, all you Sheamus fans? What we got here? Dublin-born WWE developmental talent is plying his trade in FCW. Feuded with Drew McIntyre in Real Quality Wrestling. You know it's good if it says Real Quality. And FCW SOS team with Brazilian wrestler Cafu in the Florida Tag Team Championship Tournament. I love Cafu. Has worked WWE dark matches, appeared on Raw as WWE security guard. His Celtic Slam finisher is a variation on the Death Valley Driver. Sheamus. Okay, Low-Key. Everybody knows. Kid Cash. I've not heard Kid Cash's name in forever. No idea who that is. Scorpio, still around. Ace Steel, still around. Don't know about Adam Flash. Kenzo Suzuki, no idea. Tenzan, no idea. Ricky Vega, no idea. Teddy Hart is still around. Actually met him when I met Charlie Haas and Joey Ron and a bunch of other people out in Texas. Really, really fucking nice guy. Teddy's a little odd, but a really nice guy. Fujita, Mascara, Puma. That's TJ Perkins, I'm pretty sure. Heavy Metal, who I think still wrestles. TJ Wilson, that's Tyson Kidd. Okay, give me a second here. As I was saying, sorry about that. I had to kick my air on and kick a fan on. TJ Wilson, that's Tyson Kidd. Sadly, he's injured. Probably never going to wrestle again. Married to Natalia Neidhart. Taru, no idea. Mahoney. That's Balls Mahoney. He's never said Balls. He's sadly passed. Andy Dorr, name I ain't heard in forever. Colt Cabana. Colt is still around, still wrestling. Announces, commentator on TNA. Chris Cage. Is that? I don't know who that is. That might be Brian Cage. I'm not sure. Now we're starting La Parka. This is the fake La Parka, of course. Sabu, he's still around, still wrestling a little bit. Chad Collier, name I haven't seen in forever. Jason Blade, Olympico. Purple Heart, that's Braxton Sutter. He is in TNA as Braxton Sutter and married to Allie, a.k.a. Cherry Bomb. How long has he been wrestling, mother? Just 9 years. Oh, damn. Damien 666. Good wrestler. Matt Logan. No idea. Ephisto, no idea. Christian York. Joey Mercury's partner on the Indies, worked Omega. I hadn't heard his name in a while. Mike Mondo. Rob Conway, the former NWA World Champion, WWE guy. Used to talk to him a long time ago, like probably around this era, a little bit before, a little bit after, when he had when AIM was still around. Found his AIM name somehow. We just bullshit with him about wrestling. It's kind of fun to talk to the guy. Shocker, one of my favorite luchadors who I've not seen the name of her. Nunzio, that's Little Guido from ECW. Another one I ain't heard shit about for. Xavier was not listed the year before. 7 years in, former Ring of Honor heavyweight champion. Don't know what the fuck happened to. Vito, yeah. Kenny Dykstra, yeah. Alex Kozlov. Gran Akuma. Ron Zombie, I still see that name around. Icarus, of course, still around. Derek Frazier. Noriega. Lince Dorado, he's in, what, WWE in 205, I think. Eddie Kingston, he was in TNA, and I don't know where he's going now. Man Pondo, I actually watched a shoot interview with Man Pondo the other day and was wondering if he's still wrestling. Scott Cardinal. Michael Sane, Lismar Jr. Super Hentai, what was that, IWC? Yeah. Maximo. Kevin Dunn. 5'11", 190 pounds, 8 years, not listed. Best known for being one half of the Ring Crew Express. Has competed for Ring of Honor, Chikara, Full Impact Pro, Jersey All Pro, and dozens of other promotions throughout Western New York and Southern Ontario. Also had success as a singles competitor, holding titles at NWA Upstate and other promotions. Known for his gory bomb and his version of the Burning Hammer, trained by H.C. Loke. Okay, that's not the Kevin Dunn I thought it was. I mean, Marcos. Hallow Wicked, another Chikara wrestler, who's entertaining. I'll be first. I'm not the biggest Chikara fan. I like some of their matches. I don't really get into the storylines. Brazo de Plata, is that Super Porky? Yeah. He's still kind of around. Phoenix Star. Name I haven't seen him for. At the time, I thought Phoenix Star and Zocre were going to be huge, and it just didn't happen. I thought Phoenix Star, Zocre, Joey Ryan, and Carl Anderson were going to be fucking huge. Watching the NWA Showcase show on Colors TV back around this time, and out of all of them, okay, Carl Anderson, yes, on WWE, you know, made it big in Japan, and Joey Ryan's a good. Phoenix Star and Zocre ain't done shit. Brain Damage, no idea. Ricky Landell, he was, Carino's boy and worked for AWA. Bam Neely, only reason I even know who the fuck that is because I got his card. Felino, he was a good wrestler. Larry Sweeney sadly has passed. Joker, don't know. Devin Moore, oh geez, he's been wrestling this long? That's the guy that, who was it accused him of stealing money out of people's wallets? Ricky Marvin, Zocre, Bobby Fish, down in NXT, Tank Tolan, no idea, Helios, Ricochet. Damn, Ricochet been wrestling for 4 years by then. Black Pain. Pele, no idea. Ogawa. Chuck Taylor, gentleman Chuck Taylor. Chucky T is finally getting some recognition. He's been wrestling 5 years by then. Bruiser, no idea. Rhett Titus, he's still around. Bismo Negro, no clue. Blue Panther, I think he's still wrestling. Salvio Vega, not sure. Ultimo Dragon, now this is the real Ultimo Dragon. Our Ultimate Dragon. There is a person working the Southern Indies, wearing a mask under the name Ultimate Dragon. It's not this one. This is the WCW Japan guy. Kevin Thorne, I think he's back now. Frederick, I love this. Frederick of Hollywood. 6'2", 255 pounds, 6 years in the business, not listed last year. Favorite moves include wish I had a picture of this guy. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, the belly-to-belly suplex, and the Northern Light suplex. His finishing move is the running power slam. Has held both the ECWA Heavyweight and the ECWA Mid-Atlantic Championships. Attempting to win back the Heavyweight title in January and March, losing matches to Frank Nasty in the 4-way match to Aiden Chambers. Recently defeated the 400-pound Mega. Woo! A bald and kind of chubby Val Venus. Tom Brandi. Back when Tom Brandi was still doing the Patriot, probably. Mitch Ryder. 17 years by then. Damn. Taka Michinoku, of course. Who's that douche? Aiden Chambers, okay. Damien. Tyson Dukes. TNA. Basically, it was Aiden Chambers. ECWA. ECWA got a lot of coverage in the 500 because I'm thinking Jim Kettner, who ran ECWA, slipped some money. I've been told, I don't know how true this is, that you can get in here and not even wrestle. Just have a picture of you in some gear, like in a locker room posing, and send in, a little money with it. You get in now. As far as I know, I never flat out asked him, but Barry Wolf did not pay to get in the thing. He was just getting a lot of attention time. He's a really good wrestler that it's part-time for him, At the age he's at now, I think he probably realizes he's never going to, sign a WWE deal. But he gets to wrestle, he gets to have fun, and, probably makes pretty good money at it because dude is a draw in this area. He's a draw in Mississippi. Crazy Boy, Adam Flash, Incognito. Is that one of the Bravado brothers? Okay, no idea. Thunder, that's Puerto Rico, I know. Spike Dudley, damn, Spike was still wrestling. The Atomic Dog. Teams with Red Dog, Rodney Mack, it's the Dog Pound. Oh, God. Lightning, he teams with Thunder in Puerto Rico. Oh, seriously, I'm not joking on that one. Taiyo Kia. Kaz Hayashi, of course. Hijinks. Sterling James Keenan. This is Corey Graves. He's been wrestling for 8 years by then. Damn. Eric Cannon, he's still around. Shane Hagedorn, no idea. El Pantera, no idea. Cassidy James, no idea. Max Van Brower, no. Doug Williams is still around as far as I know. Al Snow just recently bought Ohio Valley, so he's still around. Sim Bodie, he's still around as far as I know. John McChesney, no idea. Shane Hawk. Truett Fields. Truett Fields is the wildly popular and clean-cut babyface competing in NWA Anarchy. Defeated Jeremy Vane for the NWA Anarchy TV title in September 2007. Has also been battling the Devil's Rejects and come to the aid of his allies, Consequences Queen Xavier Woods, and Hayden Young. Uses the Killing Fields urinage variation. Urinage is basically a rock bottom or a bookend. A U.S. Marine and Iraqi war veteran, also competes throughout Georgia, Tennessee, and the Carolinas. And there he is. Okay, kind of cool. John Kerman. Kerman the German is one half of the Berlin Bad Boys with Max von Brauer and the ECWA. The Berlin Bad Boys are former ECWA Tag Team Champions. ECWA has been around forever. They're best known for their Super 8 tournament, which used to be like the big shit back in the day. Now, there's many other tournaments that surpassed it. Kerman has a hot temper and frequently gets disqualified for refusing to adhere to the referee's instructions. Two-time former KYDA heavyweight champion, Rampage uses a stiff double foot stomp similar to Senshi's Way of the Warrior. Okay, they call him Senshi here, but he's called low-key earlier in this. Cruz, okay. Orlando Jordan. TNA after this went and started off Wildcat Sports and Entertainment out of New Orleans, Louisiana, with Luke Hawks. Now Luke runs it with another person, even though Orlando is still part of it, and Orlando is running a version of Wildcat down in Australia. I've only ever seen a little bit of footage from it. It was like some behind the scenes stuff, like backstage stuff. It was not actually real. Ultramanus Black. No Chikara guy, of course. Johnny Cashmere. That's a name I ain't seen forever. He was a team with Trent Acid as a backseat boy forever. Too dope. I don't know who the fuck that is. Who the fuck is this? We'll find out in a sec. Mikey Whipwreck. Oh, last I heard he lived in the UK. Tajiri, don't know. Mike Cruel. Okay, here we go. 5'10", 215 pounds, 7 years in the business, 190. Last year he was listed 194. Second generation competitor, currently is based out of Florida Championship Wrestling. Former ECWA champion, lost that belt to Christopher Daniels in the semifinals match during the 2004 Super 8 tournament. Extremely skilled mat wrestler with explosive offense and a mean streak. Claims to be the American hero, a submission master. Cruel can apply the Liberty Lock and Cruel Escape Armbreaker with lightning speed. Looks kind of like Steve Anthony and Steve Blackman had a kid. Steve Blackman, the Lethal Weapon, and Steve Anthony, what's his name now? The exclamation point, I think. The Mythian Warrior. I don't know what Nate Matson, yeah. Alpha Jr. Okay. I don't know who Alpha Jr. had become because most of those Samoans in there got called up. Shane Storm. Johnny Curtis. That's a Fandango. Cahagas, former NWA champion. He was the, what's that other group that's trying to take over from the NWA? UIWF or whatever, fuck that shit. AIWF. Romeo Rosselli. Remember, right? He worked for NECW. Rudy Switchblade. Jim Duggan. 6'3", 240 pounds, 30-year vet. Last year he was ranked at 256. Hacksaw may be a few steps slower, but he's still a raw regular, elicits a vocal reaction from the fans. Was a fixture on Heat for most of the past year, feuding with Paul Wirchill, Charlie Haas, and Santino Marella. Formed an oddball yet effective tandem with Super Crazy. Trent Acid for Trent Acid. Kafu. This motherfucker, I don't know what happened. I've only seen 2 matches out of it. And it might be I saw his 2 good matches. But there was what is it? NWA like Fiesta Lucha or something like this. It's one of the big Vision Entertainment NWA releases, one of their NWA's big Texas shows from like 2007, 2008. Kafu is this was he was 6'4". He looks bigger than that because it's an indie show, of course. He looks like he's 6'10". Big old is he Samoan? Brazil, okay, big old Brazilian motherfucker that just he's like Bruiser Brody if Bruiser Brody worked a lot faster style. All right, Jerry Lawler, met Mr. Lawler 2 times now. Really super nice guy. 6 foot. You know what? I don't think they're fudging that at all. Jerry is about, I would say about 6 foot. I've stood next to him quite a few times, getting to talk to him. Really nice guy. If you meet him, if you're into comic books, talk comics with him. He'll talk to you for a long time. He loves him some comic books. What they list his weight at? 236. 38 years. He dropped almost 100 spots. Shimazan, that is DJZ and TNA. Atlas the Bone, I just like the name. Navajo Warrior, no idea. Sal Renaro. Robin Nightwing, okay. Sean Waltman, hey. Killer Hulk. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, Killer Hulk, 5'10", 170 pounds, 3 years in the business, ranked 360 in the previous year, so he's dropped a little bit. In a tradition of Kenji Muto's Great Muta persona and Kiichi Yamada's split personality of Juicin and Kenshin Liger, Japanese fan favorite BB Hulk, BXB, but I've heard it's pronounced BB, has taken on a separate darker identity while acknowledging that he wrestles under both names. In his Killer Hulk debut for Dragon Gate, he mercilessly dismantled Kanda in less than 7 minutes. He has reassumed his BB Hulk identity, but hinted that Killer Hulk is close by boasting an array of kicks and power slam variations. Okay, that's what I thought that might be. Sho Funake. Funake, another one of my favorites. You notice a lot of my favorites, especially from that era, where the Jobber Stars level are a little bit above that. They put on some of the best matches. Azrael, is this the... Okay, there's a couple of different Azraels on the Indies back there, but Show, okay, 5'7", 180 pounds, 18 years vet at the time, 270 last time, he's 393. So Show Funaki's dropped a little bit. Longtime Japanese wrestler known for his Rising Sun Tornado DDT defeated Chavo Jr. by DQ after Chavo put a ring mask on him and assaulted him. Lost a difficult beat the clock match to Guerrero. Teamed with Kofi Kingston to beat the Highlanders. Recently teamed with Batista, Nunzio, and Colin Delaney to defeat Nemesis, Edge, Guerrero, and the Edgeheads. JD Michaels. No idea who that is. Titan, 7 foot tall, Florida Championship, no idea. Antonio the Promise Thomas, worked for a very short while in WWE as what the Heartthrobs, I think, but I know him from, I watched the hell out of some New England Championship Wrestling. They had a little 30-minute show every week. Ace Darling, of course, been around forever. Probably best known, if you ever seen any of those Grandmasters of Wrestling DVDs, or a buck back in the day at Walmart. Ace Darling's on there versus Devon Storm, Crowbar. Those two had a feud that lasted forever and ever. Colin Delaney, best known for showing up in ECW pretty much, the WWE version. Chasen Rance. Okay, this guy, yeah, I'm not going to even talk about him. Ugh. He's been 9 years. Mr. St. Laurent. Need to ask him. Estrada. Johnny Gargano. 5'10", 215 pounds, 3 years in business, not listed the year before, 410 this year. Ohio competitor has taken a dark turn and discovers his killer instinct. Feuded with Gregory Iron, brutally assaulted him and rendered him unable to leave the ring by his own power. Former Cleveland All-Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion, Jerry Ling's protege in IWC, teams with Josh Prohibition and Pro Wrestling Ohio. Finishes opponents with a full Nelson facebuster, won the Championship Wrestling Experience title in Youngstown, Ohio. Jumpin' Jeff Jeffrey! Whew, that's just a bad name. Benjamin Saylor. The Stro, that's the Maestro. So, been around forever. Leslie Leatherman. I don't know why this name's always stuck in my head. Freak Nasty. 6 foot tall, 220 pounds, 5-year vet, not listed the year before, 416 this year. Former East Coast Wrestling Association heavyweight champion. Recently gained part ownership of ECWA's new managerial power. Didn't sit well with a lot of people, and he attacked and injured a mystery assailant in April. Promises to use every ounce of his vaulted muscle to get revenge on whoever injured him. Brash and arrogant demeanor has made him plenty of enemies. Ali Akbar, oh great. Luke Holly. No, 6 foot tall. Okay, wow. That is closer to Luke's real high. I'll just straight up. Luke's probably about 5'11". 197 pounds. No, he's a lot bigger than that because Luke is huge now, just muscle-wise. 9-year vet. 455 the year before. He's 418 now. Known as the Southern Stomper, Hawks began the summer by winning three-way matches against Armis and Lucky. Armis and fabulous John McChesney and Eddie Kingston and McChesney was defeated by the Big Show along with Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas in a handicap match on SmackDown. His finishing moves are the Holy Driver Mach 2, and the Phoenix Splash. And now he runs Wildcat Sports. Matter of fact, he probably started running Wildcat Sports not too long after this, because it was like 2010 or 11 when Wildcat had the first show. Hawaiian Lion, okay. Native Hawaiian was trained by Navajo warrior and Mike Knox. Okay. Johnny Ova. There's a Johnny OVA. That'd be cool. Have like a super, like an old school anime fan called Johnny OVA. Cody Deaner, the redneck in TNA. That's all I really remember about him. He was Canadian and a redneck with a mullet. Rick Converse, name has been around forever and ever. Yeah, I was gonna say CWF. I thought that's where he was. Sammy Callahan, this is the first time he's been listed, I bet you. 5'10", 200 pounds. Second year in the business. Not listed year before, 430 now. Known as the New Har, is tearing up Insanity Pro Wrestling. Aggressive competitor. Also has competed in Ring of Honor, Combat Zone, and Chikara. Competed in the Young Lions Cup tournament in June. And was defeated by Vin Gerard in the first round. Calls his finisher the Vision Quest Jobber Clobber, an exceptional striker. Callahan adeptly uses knee strikes and wild clotheslines to batter opponents. Misspelled it, but Soldier Ant from Chikara. Don't know if he's still around or not. I don't watch a lot of Cornbread. 6'7", 300 pounds, 8 years in the business. 364 the year before. He's 433 now. Held Ultimate Wrestling Championship and the Dirty South Championship for portions of 2007. Sidelined by an after-match attack from John Saxon. Hey, John Saxon, Biloxi native. No, John, nice guy. Spent 3 months playing professional football before ankle injuries brought him back to wrestling. Wears overalls and has a wooden 2x4 plank as a manager. Trained by Bobby Doll, lost 70 pounds since his rookie debut, but still one of the biggest wrestlers on the Gulf Coast. Huge attraction in small towns of Alabama and Mississippi. Okay, anybody watching this that wrestles in the Alabama, Mississippi area, is Cornbread still around? I would love to meet this guy. I've never even seen a picture of him. Just reading the description is like, I want to see Cornbread. I'd like to see like Cornbread versus the Nightmare known as Jeremiah, or Cornbread versus Wardell Walker or something like that. Prince Nana, still kind of around. Brody Lee. Big Rig. He's 6'6", 242 pounds, 5 years in business, not listed a year before, 437. Big Rig embraces inner truck driver, abandoning much of the goofy behavior that was once his trademark. Started in NWA upstate in Rochester and has traveled the lonely roads of Chikara, CCW, and IWA Mid-South. Ferocious brawler and underrated technical grappler, has collected wins over Abyss and Steve Corino, frequently teamed with Colin Delaney prior to Delaney's WWE signing. That's Luke Harper, of course. Rob Terry from TNA, Fire Ant, who I think Fire Ant might still be around. Andy Dalton. Okay, this is Frank Dalton's son. This is Dirty Andy Dalton. Known Andy for a few years now. He's a Texas wrestler. Let's see what we got here on Andy. 5'7". Yeah, I would actually, you know what? That's probably about right. Andy is not the tallest guy. 200 pounds, that's probably about right back then. 4 years in the business as of 2008. Was ranked 427 the year before. He's 442 here. Second generation competitor is the son of veteran Frank Dalton. Competes mostly in Texas, but has wrestled in several other southern states. Calls XCW his home. Okay, I didn't know he worked in XCW. I've only ever seen 2 XCW shows. He wasn't on either one of them, but okay. Has held the NAWA tag title with Sean Cordova, the PCW tag title with Macho Mike, and the RCW tag title with Joey Spector. Has also held the RCW TV title. Uses the pile driver super kick and the senton. Finishing move is the bareback. Andy was great. Andy's just a good heel, but cool guy to bullshit with and knows his history, even though he's not that old. I wouldn't think Andy probably just hit 30 recently. Zach Gowen, of course, you know, the wrestler with one leg. Carlitos. Oh, it's a rip-off wrestler. Eric Everlast. Mr. St. Laurent, mostly known now because of MLW radio, but 6'2", 313 pounds, 5 years in the business, not listed a year before, 450 this year. Big man from Avalon Park, Florida, has held the AWA Tag Championship with Chase and Rance and the Southern Championship Wrestling Tag title with Larry Zbyszko. Also held the AWA Florida Heavyweight Championship, usually occupied the ring by his valet, SoCal Val. Nice. Primary finishing move is the athlete named Mr. St. Laurent driver. Claims to be the most important man alive, which we believe is the greatest nickname ever. Before, I used to bullshit Mr. St. Laurent back in the day when he was posting at Rec Sport Pro Wrestling on Usenet. And then he disappeared and then came back with this and then, become big with MLW stuff. Kenny King, Ring of Honor TV champ, I think. Kirby Mack. Drew Blood, just a great name. Great wrestling name. Shorty Smalls. Phil Shatter. I think Phil Shatter was like Gunner in TNA. Hey, Jimmy Olsen. Huh. Longtime partner Colin Delaney. Oh, okay, I know who that is. Corporal Robinson. I think he's in jail now. 6'1", 225 pounds, 10-year vet. Not listed last year, 470 this year. Hardcore veteran is still carving up opponents and spilling plenty of his own plasma. Has competed for IWA, Mid-South, CZW, Juggalo Championship Wrestling, and several other promotions from the East Coast of the Midwest. His combination Cobra Clutch with a Russian leg sweep is known as the Boot Camp, trained by Tracy Smothers and Iron Run. Slim J, is that the... I thought he wrestled some in like TNA in the early years. Chance Prophet. Know the name. Mozart Fontaine. I'll show you the picture in a second. 5'9", 201 pounds, 7-year vet. Was not listed the year before. He's 475 this year. 1/3 of the Chick Magnets alongside Mike Tobin and Brian Socia. East Coast Wrestling Association Hall of Famer, former ECWA Mid-Atlantic champion, often uses an array of back net breakers set up for his Requiem set out, rock bottom, or the Chick Magnets magnetizer 3-man heart attack. Prefers to slow down the pace of the match and out-wrestle opponents on the match. Has a lethal left hand. That's it. Okay, Matt Riviera. Met Matt a couple times. 6'2", 242 pounds, 4-year vet, 486 a year. Before he's 476 this year, so he's moved up. Claims to hail from your dreams, reigning All-Star Wrestling Federation European Champion and Mid-South Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion along with Jeff Jett. Biggest win of the year came with a victory over Greg King Jr. in Riviera's hometown of Russellville, Arkansas. Is that near your dreams? Unveiled a new submission finisher he calls the Maticure Cobra Clutch Variation. Matt, probably was best known. He's been on a couple of reality shows where he's a millionaire trying to find a woman. He was one of the guys behind TCW, and before Bruce Thorpe sold the NWA, Matt was kind of the big heel group, the Empire. Matt, the Deep South, out to the Texas area, Matt was kind of known. Outside that, unknown. Hook Bomberry, 5'8", 185 pounds, 7-year vet, 479 the year before, 477 this year, so he's went up a little bit. The man from Porn Valley, California, held the Empire Wrestling Federation American title from October 2007 through May 2008, ultimately dropping the strap to Vision. Has competed for every major promotion in California, including Pro Wrestling Iron. Oh, God, I forgot about them. Pro Wrestling Gorilla and Supreme Pro Wrestling. Match against Nate Miyake was named Iron's Match of the Year for 2007. Known for his lightning quick mat work and formidable submission skills. Pinky LaRue. Supreme Lee Gray. Oh, Jesus. Apocalypse, is that? Okay, that's not the APOC I know. Player Uno. Tim Donce. He's still around, I think. Yeah, so you're getting into the high one. Larry Zbyszko, 492. Let's see what we got here. 5'11", 231 pounds, 35-year vet. Not listed the year before, 492 this year. The living legend has made a return to the 500 rankings after a 14-year absence. Was recognized as the rightful AWA champion as he never lost a championship when the original AWA folded in 1990. Competes with Chaser Rance and Mr. St. Laurent as Team Vision in Southern Championship Wrestling. Published his autobiography, Adventures in Larryland, this year. Still using the pile driver as his finisher. Super Callow, damn. That's a low-ass ranking for a guy that's better known than most of these people. Worker Ant. The guy with the red hair, Cliffhanger. Kurt Adonis. Kurt Adonis is number 500. What's Mr. 500 this year? Got to say 6'1", 210 pounds, 4-year veteran. Not listed the year before. 500 this year. Purdy Kurt Adonis is one of the most disliked individuals in Northeast Wrestling and Power and Glory Wrestling. Somehow managed to lose feuds against both Talia, Velvet Sky Madison, and midget wrestler Short Sleeve Samson. Roddy Piper made a point of humiliating Adonis when he hosted a special Piper's Pit segment. Was actually pinned by the mayor of Torrington, Connecticut in a tag team match. He may have suffered some embarrassing losses, but he's still the reigning PGW champion. And that's it. And we got our list here. Farewell, and all the people that are not in it anymore. And then alphabetical listing of it. Alright, this has went on forever, so hope everybody enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.